Good afternoon. Good evening. It's Sunday night, guys. The end of another weekend. Can you believe it? Sheila, I was just reading through the comments and I saw that you had a hot chocolate, and I thought, I wish I got a hot chocolate before I started this, but I'll have one after. I've started making, I have, some people probably know what a thermomix is. I have one. It's a very old one, and it was given to me. I purchased it cheaply from a friend, a customer actually, who's also a friend, and she had one that she'd gifted to her daughter that she wasn't using, and I have become the beneficiary of that. So it didn't cost me very much, which I'm very happy about. But it's an older one. It's what they call a TM31, but it makes great hot chocolate. It makes great everything. I love my Thermomix. One day I'll upgrade to a new one, but I'm very happy with my old one. And it makes really, really, really good hot chocolates. So I've discovered just using some cacao powder, like 1.5 tablespoons of cacao powder. Here's your quick recipe. About 500 or 600 grams of milk of whatever type of milk you like. 30 grams of honey and half a teaspoon of vanilla, and you mix it all up and heat it up for about 6 minutes, and then froth it at the end, and it's delicious. Absolutely lovely. So there you go. I'm looking at everybody. Hello, commenters. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me here. It is so nice to have this beautiful crafty community that we do, and I'm so happy that you join me every weekend, every Friday night, Sunday night at this time, and then also on Tuesday afternoons. Now, this coming Tuesday afternoon, I have an event on earlier in the day, so I'm actually going to move it back by an hour. You'll see that when you're looking at the link on Tuesday, instead of being 2 o'clock, it will be 3 o'clock. But that's what we do, right? That sometimes is how it has to be, just to get it done. Hello, hello. I see we have lots and lots of happy faces in here this evening, and it's lovely to have you here. All right, if you have a moment, hit the thumbs up button if you're on YouTube, or the like button if you're on Facebook. And if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, can you please do that? Because I am aiming, I've got my eye on the prize. And when I say prize, it's just a little made up number in my head. I'm looking forward to hitting 10,000 subscribers, and I'm nearly there. So every subscriber gets me that little bit closer. Nothing magic will happen when I get there. Just I'm going to feel really good about myself, because I've been for ages saying I'd really love to have 10,000 subscribers, and it's nearly happening. So there we go. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Margaret. I'm just scrolling through. I know I'm missing names. I'm so sorry. Suzanne, hi. Who else do we have here tonight? We have Katrina. We have Donna. Hi, Donna. We have lots and lots and lots. We have Monique, all the way from the Netherlands. So welcome, Monique. I know this is a weird time of the night. Well, no, it's morning for you, isn't it? So it's probably not as weird. But I know in the US it's hard for some of those girls to get here, because it's very, very late in the middle of the night over there. Hello, Maria. How are you? Hi, Anne. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, Leslie. I appreciate it. And thank you for posting in my group, in my VIP group. I noticed that you had your kitchen redone, and those green tiles look fantastic. Look really, really good. It's a beautiful green. And you said it was going to be navy blue or dark blue originally, and that would have been nice too. Both would be good. I think both green and dark blue look good with white, so it's a really nice colour. You had to get a new TV. Oh my goodness. I hope I'm not too big. Ah. Oh, that's a good idea too. A sunbeam cappuccino maker on electric drip filter. Yes. This morning I had some hot chocolate left over from yesterday, and rather than waste it, I put it in the fridge just a little bit. And when I had my morning coffee, because I have one coffee in the morning usually, and I used yesterday's hot chocolate as the milk so it was really a mocha, wasn't it? I thought, why not? It's not wasting it that way, and we have kind of a chocolatey, coffee kind of a taste going. It's hard for you. Yes, I know. I'm sorry, Monique. That's a hard time, but that's what replays are for, right? If you can't watch live, that's when you watch the replay. The replays are up there forever, and you can always watch them. Let's get going. I'll move over, and we'll get over to the desk. And I've got some things to show you in my catalogue tonight. So I'm going to bring it over there and we'll get started. How about that? Oh, Roz, it's very early on a Sunday morning, 5:35 a.m. Ah, so the dogs expect to be, I guess they don't know it's the weekend, right? They expect to be fed at the same time 7 days a week. Oh, hello, Shelley from Prince Edward Island. That's a beautiful place you live in. I've been there many, many years ago. I was with my best friend. She and I travelled in 1993, and we went right across Canada and ended up over in Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island and all those places. So we didn't get to Newfoundland, but we did get to Prince Edward Island. So there you go. And she wanted to go there because she was a big Anne of Green Gables fan. That's why people go to Prince Edward Island, isn't it? I'm sure you guys have got other things other than Anne of Green Gables, but because of that, she really wanted to go there, so we did. And Cherie saying hello and welcome to everyone. Hello, Cherie. How are you? Oh, you're up on the TV. It's a bit, don't tell me that, girls, because it's a bit intimidating to know that I'm that big on the wall. I'm really not sure about it. Oh, thank you so much, Anne. That's okay. No problems. We'll see you on the replay. Understand totally. Not everyone can watch all the time. All right. Here's our beautiful new catalogue, which I do love. I'm just going to, this is ever so crooked, and I'm just going to straighten it up. That's better. Okay. So there's a couple of things in here tonight that I know what I'm going to play with tonight. I really don't know what I'm going to do with the things. But I've got a couple of ideas of things I wanted to show you tonight. First of all, let's have a little look in our catalogue and we'll look at the first thing. So when you look at your catalogue, okay, it's divided into at the very beginning of kind of like more beginner things, like talking about your basic essentials, which I love, you know, some really easy to throw together cards with ephemera packs that all the die cutting and everything is already done for you. All you've got to do is stick them down. Then we've got our sketches that you know that I'm doing every Friday night. We're working through all the sketches. We have some information on the colors and some cool ideas about getting started and, you know, some basic easy memory keeping, all that kind of stuff. Then as you go through on this page here, and every time I see this lady, I think I've told you this before, I find this very amusing because I'm not sure about this, but nobody crafts that tidy, right? You guys with me? we just don't. We just, you know, this is not what my desk looks like. If anyone else crafts like this, I'm very interested to know. But I think most of us are messy crafters. And if you are a messy crafter, that's okay. You're in good company. Don't feel like you have to do it like this. All right. All right. Then we have, you know, all of our, just after that page, we have all of our sweets. So, you know, we've done some work with all of these. I don't actually have Take to the Sky. I have not done anything with this because I don't have it yet. Don't have To Market. I do have this one. Remember on Friday night, we played with this. I love this suit. It's so, so beautiful. In fact, those two cards that we made on Friday night are still here. And we were just mucking around with the colors and the papers, and I just love it. I think you'll see me using this one a lot more because it's great. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a play with this tonight because there's something there I want to play with. In fact, we might do that one first. And then the other one is a couple of pages over from that, and that is the Thoughtful Journey, and I thought we might play with this paper tonight as well. So I'm going to do this one first. It's called Full of Life. The paper is Full of Life. It's 6x6 paper. All right. We have looked at it before, but there's so many things you can do with this paper. If you like lots of color, this paper has your name on it. It's just fabulous. Okay. So there are 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 different designs. So super, super nice. I love the paper. And you might notice that the price of 6x6 paper is $21.75, which is the same price as 12x12 paper. And that's because you actually get precisely the same amount of paper in a pack. So 12x12 sheets is actually the same amount of paper as 48 6x6 sheets. Okay, so you have that paper? Excellent, Cherie. That's fantastic because it's so beautiful. Oh, you're so good, Leslie. I'm not very good at that. You said that you clean up after each crafting session. I wish I could be like that, but I am not that person. I come back and it's, you know, the mess that it was the night before. I just, when I'm done, I have to walk away. So we're all different, right? And that's okay. Yes, the DSP is so bright and happy, and it's fabulous. Really, really beautiful. So, you know, you can, this, like some of them a little bit, like this one to me is a little bit more muted, and then this is super, super bright. Okay, so you really can have a lot of fun with it. And, you know, if you want a paper that's going to lift your spirits, this one is a fantastic purchase. Okay, so it's called the Full of Life 6x6 paper, and it tells you on the back of each paper pack what the colors are that are in it. You don't like the Full of Life? Oh my goodness, Monique. Well, then, you know, I see that as a challenge, and I will want to try and change your mind if I can. So be patient with me, and I will try that. And if it doesn't work, well, there's nothing lost. But I'm hoping that you will see that it's actually got a lot of potential, and there's a lot of things you can do with it. So some of you would have seen the card that I made on Friday on my global video hop. Did this with this Full of Life set. And it's actually the stamp set and the dies are called Friends for Life. It says it right here, Friends for Life, and that's what I've used here. I've used the dies to create the word friend, and the rest of it is stamping with a little bit of blending to kind of bring it all together. And I used our beautiful new in colors for this. All right, so this one is actually not using the colors from the paper. This is actually using the in colors, but I use the same stamps and dies. All right, so the colours that are in this: Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Melon Mambo, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Pumpkin Pie, Real Red, Shaded Spruce, and Shy Shamrock. Okay, that's a lot of colours. Now, when they show us the colours on the page in the catalogue, there's usually only up to about 6, and so they've put the 6 most, like there's only 6 there, but you can see there's a lot more than that in the paper. And the reason why is because they're not gonna have, you know, that many colors all sitting down the bottom of the page. They're just going to bring up the 6 most predominant ones, or the ones that I think really all the colors in this paper are predominant. So yeah, I don't really know exactly how they chose those colors, but they're the ones they chose. So maybe someone knows the answer to that, but I don't. Those on the previous page look so much bigger by comparison. Are there 2 bests? No. Well, there's just the one best here, which is the stamped best. There is no best in the dies, so just the one. You're saying these 2? They look. You know why? Because these pieces, that's not full-size cards. These are like a panel on a card, so you can see this is actually. That best there is the same size as this one, and so it's just a little panel that's been put on the card, not actually the whole card front. So that's probably what makes it look better, look bigger. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Soul Vega, nice to see you. And Shirley is not the only one. So there you go. But you know, girls, that when you say that to me, I take it as a challenge. So let's see what we can do with this tonight. We're going to have a bit of a play. And I hadn't even decided for sure what colours I was going to use. But I'm thinking maybe I'm just going to bring in, actually, I thought I had, oh, I know what I've done. I'm just going to cut a card front size panel. So this is going to be, if you're using metric, it's 10 centimeters across. If you're, and then it's going to be 14.3 long. So 14.3 centimeters by 10. Now, if you're doing this with letter, that would be 5 1/4 by 4. So inches. So that would be the different sizing if you were using that. Now, what I thought I would do is maybe we're going to get a little bit adventurous. I'm just going to try an idea that I've got in my head. I do not know if it is going to work, but we will find out. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this heart and I'm going to pop it right here. So it's in the, like the top half of, or the top half of my card front. All right. And I'm going to grab my cut and emboss machine and we're going to cut that out. So let me bring that over. And because it's so big and close, I'm going to lift it out a little bit, which means you probably see a bit more of my messy desk, but oh well. That's, you know, I've just got to be me. So I'm going to position this so it has And what this is going to do, this is going to cut out the shape, but it's actually going to cut out all of these individual pieces. So I'm just going to have it positioned there, and I'm going to run this through. And I realize I've got my handle on the wrong side. I'm actually right-handed, not left-handed, but that's okay. Thankfully, the cut and emboss machine doesn't care which side you use. All right. So you can see what's happened now. We've got like a window that's been created. And I've got to decide whether I want to leave it as a window, but I'm tempted to do something different. So you could easily make it a window, okay? You can, you know, just have that so that, you know, you can see. But the only problem with that is if you're going to have this, and when you write on the inside of your card, if this was going to be a window, you would want to have only write down the bottom part, because you don't want people seeing your writing through the holes, right? You'd have to be a little bit careful about that. But I thought I might do something different with it this time. I've actually got a, let me see. I've actually got a basic white card base, which is my standard size card base. So this is 21 centimeters across, which is the width of a piece of cardstock. And this from here to here is 14.8 or 14.85 if you're really being pedantic, but I usually just go 14.8. Right, so let me... And I'm just going to use a bone folder to flatten that down. And what I'm thinking I might do is actually cut a couple of other colours. And will we go with the colours that are in the paper, or will we go with in colours and do glitter? Oh, it's tempting. I'm thinking about maybe doing glitter. So let me grab, but I'm not going to do all of the colours. I'm just going to do a couple of colours. So, what colours will we do? Will we do Summer Splash, and maybe we could do... Oh, I've just had another idea. Something else we could do. There's so many options with this, so I'm having a little think here. Oh, we've lost. Look at the chat. What happened? Huh. Have we come back? What happened? Thanks for sticking with me, girls. Have we come back? What's going on? Let's see. Let's see if we can get this fixed. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I hope... Okay. All right. I hope this is going to work. Could you still hear me, or you can see the small screen? Okay. That's all right. I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. Technical difficulties. Wonder when that happened, and I was looking at it. You were looking at a black screen and I was still talking. So I don't know where you were at. Did you see me cut? Where did we get to? Where did we get to? Did you see me cut the heart? Did that happen? I don't know what happened. So sorry, guys. You could hear, but you couldn't see me cut the heart. Well, I did cut it. See? We cut the heart, and what I'm thinking, we can have this as a window, but instead I'm actually thinking about cutting another heart and then putting, like, sliding the different colors into this. Now we could do this a number of different ways. We could have done this in a different color, or we could have a different colored base, for example. Let me, and then slide that in behind, slide something, and then you've got, different colors behind. That also is another option. But I'm actually going to cut another one. If that happens again, I'm so sorry. I wonder what happened. That was so weird. Okay, maybe the phone got bumped when I was cutting. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're back now. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to cut this. And let's see what we can do with that. But I'll do the cutting over here, not at my desk. And that should be safer, I hope. Oh my goodness. So sorry, everyone. Why do these things happen? Technology, right? It's just life with technology, I've decided. All right, let's see what we can do with this. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to put this on a mat. So let's grab a piercing mat. And there's that piece there at the top. And then I'm just going to position, where is my, we're just going to roll this over so that the pieces pretty much are going to come out where they're meant to and stay where they're meant to, I hope. So let's try that. Here we go. It's kind of, the pieces are kind of where they need to be. All right, so I kind of can see. Oh, hello, is it Gertie? Is that how I say it? I hope I've said that correctly. It wasn't my fault, no, but, you know, these things still happen. And luckily I did look up at some point and see, right? Otherwise, who knows how long it might have been before. Yeah, anyway. All right, so I'm going to pull in a couple of our colors. We could do all of them if we wanted to, but I'm thinking maybe these three, Summer Splash, because they're really nice. So shall we try that? And let's start with Pretty in Pink because that's the lightest. And I've already squeezed this. Now, there's a few ways you can get ink when you're using your aqua painters. There's a few ways you can get it. You can close this, squeeze really hard, and that's going to put ink right here, okay? And then you can pick it up from there. All right, that's one way to do it, and not an uncommon way to do it. So then if I wanted to paint this, all right, I'm going to like just watercolor them. I think it will look really nice. But this is kind of an idea. Believe it or not, I had this idea while I was out walking today. I went for a walk, and quite often when my brain is engaged, well, not engaged, walking, that's when I have ideas for my lives, for my designs. That's when I dream them up. And I've also we have Craft Along coming up next Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. for anyone who would like to watch. You can watch a replay, of course, but if you would like to watch live with us and make the Craft Along month card of the month, you absolutely can do that. So I'm going to put white on white, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to color these pieces and I'm going to put them back into the heart. Does that make sense what I'm trying to do? All right, so for example, this one could go straight in right now because it's already being colored. And then that piece is going to fit exactly in here. Well, let's get it in. Like so. Does that make sense what I'm doing? All right, so let's do a few pink hearts. The other way of getting color onto your brush is to use a small block. Put the block into the ink and then pick up your ink, squeeze a bit of water through, pick up your ink straight from the block. So there's a few different ways to do that. So now I'm going to do this one. And I might as well paint a few while I've got my paintbrush with the and because we're using a watercolor to do this, we end up with a kind of a nice washy kind of a look, which I think is really, really pretty. All right, so I've just got 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll have one more with pink, and then we'll move up to the darker color. I don't know which one. This one over here. Here we go. So it's a little bit fiddly, but I'm hoping that you won't mind that too much. I think the result will be worth it. All right, so the Petunia Pop is the darker pink in our new ink colors. What's everyone think of the new ink colors? Do you like them? Are people loving them? I think they're great. I love how they all look together. This one might be a little lighter. Now you can see I've sort of got, I'm starting to get, maybe I'll do this one here, starting to get them a bit messed up, but that's okay. Like I said, this was an idea I had when I was walking, and I don't know, you know, it's one of those things that you kind of think, was this a good idea? I don't know. Is this one here? I think that one goes there. All right, let's put a few of these in. So would this be easier to just put a piece of paper underneath? Of course it would. This is definitely more complicated doing it this way, but I kind of wanted to do it anyway because I just thought it might be fun. I remember, Monique, you saying that you didn't really like puzzles. And that's what this reminds me of, is like a jigsaw puzzle, putting all the pieces in. But if you like puzzles, you might like this. So it's going to take me a little while. So while I'm doing this, let's talk about quickly, while I'm talking about ink colors, this is the last week, the very, very last week to join as a demonstrator with a fantastic new ink color bundle. All right, so anyone can buy the colors, but if you really, really love the ink colors and want to get them at a bargain price, then the best deal we have right now is the demonstrator kit bundle, because they're giving away a free set when you get the kit. So the kit costs $169, and they're giving away, not only do you get $235 worth of products of your choice, but they're also giving a full pack of the inks, all the 5 ink pads in these colors, the ones I'm using right now, plus 2 others, and the matching cardstock that has all the colors in it, the markers that match all those colors, and the DSP that matches those colors, and that's worth $144, and it's completely free. Okay, it's such a good deal. So, and of course that then means you're a demonstrator, and you can, you know, either just do it as a discount, which is what a lot of people do, or you might want to do it to earn a little bit of extra money if you want to do classes or anything like that. But there is nothing that says you have to do it any particular way, and I love that. I love that they are so, it's so flexible. That's the word I'm looking for. And you know what, guys, I would not be doing my job as your demonstrator very well if I didn't tell you about the great deal this is, and how to get the most value that you possibly can from Stampin' Up, and that is the #1 deal. All right, I'm thinking, where else? Oh, am I missing a piece? Did I miss a piece over here? I think maybe I did, but that's okay. Let me, it might still be on my machine. Oh, it is. I think I missed a couple of pieces. There's a couple of pieces left behind, and I think I found them. This one here, I'm going to use a little bit more of the Petunia Pop. So yeah, bit fiddly, I know. But this is the bit where I say, talk amongst yourselves, girls. I need to get another Tombow that has more Tombow in it. So this is not necessarily what you would do with this. I do have a pair of tweezers, actually, and I know I probably should use them. I've got 2 pairs of tweezers sitting right here on my desk. Let me grab. These are the ones that come with the embossing editions kit, and maybe that one would be better to pick them up with. So you are correct. I need to do that. All right, let me grab another one of these and just see. Actually, this one doesn't have any water. Let me grab one that has got water in it. This one's got, that's better. I'm going to use Summer Splash for this. So I guess the question is, do you guys think this was worthwhile? Like, was this a good idea, or did I bite off more than I could chew by picking a very slow idea while I was out walking? Use the putty end of your toe. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Why don't I think of these things, Roz? Oh my goodness. Yes, you could use dimensionals. You could definitely do that. I kind of like the uneven look that the that we get when we use the watercolor. I like that uneven look. And see, even now I'm resisting using tweezers, so I should be using tweezers. Oh, let me grab another Tombow, one that's got a bit more Tombow in it. You're probably thinking right about now, we're going to be here all night. I'm thinking not. And the second card, you'll be so happy. It's really, really fast and quick and simple. So while I'm busy doing this, does anybody have any questions or anything that they would like to ask? Do you think the end result, thank you, Roz, for saying that. I think so. I hope so. That the end result will be worth the fussiness. We hope so, don't we? Can you see how the colors are kind of uneven? And I like that rather than just using, I could just use cardstock, you know, but I like the idea of the colors being kind of even and washed looking. And I'm going to go this one. So now I'm starting to get it a little bit faster. A little bit of a dot of glue on the back there. A bit more. And some will be darker and some will be lighter because of the watercolor. This one goes here. So you can see where they go. It's actually easier than doing a jigsaw puzzle, thank goodness. This one is going to go, okay, turn that over. And so on. So we're close to being done. I'm not sure if I think I'm missing a couple still. And that's okay. I'll find them at the end. Oh, that one didn't stay in. It's stuck on my finger. I made something for my husband for dinner tonight that I hope he likes, or he seemed to like, and it's something he really likes when he goes home to America, and I decided to work out how to do it here. And some of you may have tried it. It's called a Reuben sandwich. Does anyone know what a Reuben sandwich is? Oh, look, I've managed to get. That's okay. There's other things going on there, so that is all right. So this one, I'm going to come. Oh, I used the wrong brush, but doesn't matter. I'm going to go darker color here. So a Reuben sandwich is basically a toasted sandwich, but it has on it very specific things. It has, you're getting more, Shirley's saying she's, yeah, so you would have liked last using colours then, Shirley, with the Pebble Path and Moody Mauve and Boho Blue. You might have liked those being more muted and earthy. But yeah, they are fantastic. Yeah, I really love them too. And you know, that is the thing. You get these colors and you start working with them, and then found one. Here's one here. And this one's already got. All right, so I have managed to lose this bit here, but don't worry, I will find it and finish it off. And then I'm going to go in here with this. So Petunia Pop is the purpley color I'm using. That is, a lot of people seem to really like Petunia Pop. It's being a really, I think all the purple girls love the Petunia Pop because it's a pinky purple. All right. So this one here is the one that I no longer seem to have. It's here somewhere. It probably fell on the floor knowing me, but that's okay. I will find it and we will put it in there and it'll be a beautiful, oh, hang on. Here it is. It's over here. Ha, 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 ha. And what color will we make it? We'll just do that in the purple as well. And we'll need a dot of glue behind that. And let's put that in. So it was a bit of work, wasn't it, doing that? And I don't know if I'll tell you what, definitely not a swap card or a card that you would want to make in multiples, you know, and you know me, I'm a quick and easy card person. So it was a good idea that I was having, but it didn't quite translate the way I wanted it to. All right, so now that we've got these colors, and believe it or not, I'm just going to turn off my heater because I've gotten hot in the midst of all of this frenzied activity. I'm thinking, because we've got this beautiful this is Summer Splash glitter paper. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. And I'm thinking I might, let me see, I've got a lot of pretty and pink scraps left over from a class I've just cut up for. So I'm going to cut the word friend from my Friends for Life dies. I'm going to cut my word friend. Oh, and that's the other thing I was going to do. I'm also going to cut this heart. Now, this heart goes around this heart, and I'm going to do that with the glitter paper. What do you think? Will that look good? I think so. Let's do that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut this piece so it will go through my cut and emboss machine. I'm going to cut it in half at the 6-inch mark. And I'm going to cut that heart right here. All right, so let me grab that, and you'll see how it makes a very thin heart outline. But also it cuts a heart that would go inside as well. So it'll cut two things. Whenever you have something that cuts a frame or an outline, that means it also is going to cut the piece that's in the middle. So it's like having an extra die, really, because it cuts two shapes instead of one. All right. So this one here, you can see what this looks like, is going to go around here. All right. The only thing, of course, is I should have, as I always say, I should have used, I'm just going to use a silicone mat. I should have used my, what do you call that stuff? Adhesive sheets. Because if you use adhesive sheets, then you haven't got to put glue on the back of it and try and get it to stick down. It's super, super easy. Now, I'm just going to put a tiny, tiny bit of this. And that's why I'm using a silicone mat, so I don't end up with glue everywhere all over my glass mat, which then I would have to wipe off. The silicone mat, the glue doesn't really stick to it, so it makes it very, very easy to use. Move that out of the way, and let's pop that. Here, and I'm just going to get that to stick down. All right. Now, you can see also we have left over, we have this heart. Isn't that cute? So that's the heart that's cut out when you cut out the outline. Just going to get rid of all the glue there. And you can see it kind of cuts, because it cuts this shape down the bottom. I just need to because it cuts this shape down the bottom, it kind of, if you didn't like it being that shape, you can just cut it flush. And I think I prefer it like that. All right, so if I wanted to, I could put this heart on the inside of my card if I wanted to. I might probably save it for another card. Now we still have this piece here I need to get rid of, so I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut the outline of the friend in the. Deciding, do I want pink? Maybe. Let's try the pink, and then we'll do the detail of the friend in our glitter. I think that would look nice. So let's do that. So friend is being cut from the Pretty in Pink paper, which is a match for that Pretty in Pink ink that we used in our heart. And I'm also going to cut the glitter for this one, the thin. And we should be able to cut, I mean, I see, but I'm thinking, let's see. Now, the nice thing about the stamp set that goes with this is that, so if I could put this here potentially, but I could also use, if I don't want, I can move this slightly and put an embellishment up here where that blob is. That might work well. But you've got lots of different things you can do with this. So you can say best friend. Well, we're not going to say that here because we want the word friend here. But yes, thank you for being a friend. Happy birthday, friend. Or I could do friend and then happy birthday underneath. Thinking of you. You can sort of mix and match the greetings with this. And it's super nice. Another possibility would be, I love this. I haven't even used it yet. Would be this lovely leaf. We could also pop that down here and then put the word friend on top. That's another possibility. So, you know, we've got lots and lots of options here. If I did this, I'd probably do it in a light color. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we could have some fun with that? I'm just looking at everybody here. Oh, you went to a catalogue buffet. Those are fantastic, Donna. That's so nice. It's lovely to be able to go and do that. And I'm having a little look here. All right. I'm just going to have a little play. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut the word friend from the glitter paper, and I'm also going to cut the leaf from the white. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use the leaf or not, but I'm going to give it a try. So we'll just see how that works. I've got some white paper here, so let's do that. And we'll cut. What I would be interested to hear from you guys is if you have a favorite set from the new catalogue, you know, something that you are really loving. Maybe you've already got it, or something that you're saving up for maybe. But it'd be really great to hear what different people are enjoying from the new catalogue right now. Alright, so I've got all my pieces. Here's my leaf. How nice is this leaf? I haven't actually used this one before. Let's have a little play with that. I actually messed up the end of it. Went just performed a tiny bit of surgery there. See, now this is very nice. We could cover up that bit of a blob and have that here, and then have the word friend go over the top, perhaps. Or we could just have the word friend here. And we could also do some splatter if we wanted to and make it look like it's part of it, you know, make it look like it's meant to be there. What do you guys think? What would look best? Cherie is saying she loves the papers. I agree. It is beautiful. And the Layers of Beauty is gorgeous too, Christine. Isn't it nice? All right, so this is how the glitter friend would look on the pink. What do you guys think about this? And here's another possibility. I just had another thought. The word best, I could have that popping here and then have the word friend over the top. What do you think about that? And then we'll have, it won't quite cover all this, but that's okay. We can do a couple of other things with that. So I can use embellishments there, all sorts of things. All right, so let's pop this on. So what I find is if I'm using a very thin die and I haven't been smart enough to use the adhesive sheets, then a little dot of Tombow here and there is usually enough to hold it in place. And why am I not using tweezers again? I don't know. Because I'm silly and I forget to use them. It's a little bit like remembering to use my embossing buddy, whatever. Oh my gosh, I can't talk tonight. All right, this is what our word friend looks like. Now, I've got my, where is it? Oh my gosh, I'm having one of those nights. Where is the leaf that we just cut, guys? There it is, found it. Stop looking. I mean, that's another possibility, is having it up this way. Having it underneath, that might, no, it doesn't look right. But I could perform surgery on it and have a couple of pieces of the leaf going on each side. So that's a possibility. But I think I like the word of using, I think I like the idea of using the word best. The list does get longer and longer. Yes, exactly, Reuben sandwich. So, yep, I had corned beef, I had Swiss cheese, I had sauerkraut, I had Thousand Island dressing on rye bread. It's light rye because we didn't have any dark rye. But, hey, I had all the things and I thought, he loves a Reuben sandwich. And I thought to myself, this might be exactly what I need to do. I need to try and see if I can make it. And it turned out really nice. So we had a Reuben sandwich for dinner, both of us. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to stamp the word best with my Summer Splash. Like so. And then I'm going to have the word friend underneath. Like so. And I'm going to pop this on some mini dimensionals. I think those will be the best idea. So 1, 2. I think what I love about this set is the more I play with it, the more I'm realizing there are so many things you can do with it. Like what we did with the paper piecing tonight and all these different little bits. You don't have to do that, of course. You can do all kinds of other things. The other thing that would look nice is if we used a piece of the gorgeous multicolored paper underneath those holes. All right. And then you'd have all those colors shining through. Ooh, it'd be nice if I put it up the right way. Like so. And then I'm looking at, let me grab out of my, I'm just looking to see, I have some of those fantastic, well, we've got these, but I don't want to use those. I think either the ones that match this Friends for Life set or the Full of Life set, and those are these little guys. So they've got all the, see them? They have all these different little colors in them. Look how nice they are. They are gorgeous. They would look nice. Or the other option, of course, would be our in color dots, and maybe those would be the right thing for this. So let's grab. I'm thinking, what colors will I go with? Petunia Pop, I think. And maybe another one over here. And another one down here. And I'm thinking that this still needs, this is not quite right for me. I'm still thinking I want to do something in the way of an embellishment or something. There is also, I can take that off and place it somewhere else. And we have a stamp. That's another option, is we can do a stamp. Oh, I'm going to have a think about it, guys, because I feel like that's not quite right. It's not quite the way I want it to be. I'm not happy with my card tonight. Yeah, you know what? And one on the eye, we can do that. Or you could use your markers and put one on the and do a little bit there on the eye. That would work as well. I love this, but I'm not loving this. So, but at least you kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do. A bit of splatter. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think a splatter would be a better idea. And I can either use actual splatter or I'm just looking to see what splatter stamps I have. Because we have some really good splatter stamps. We had Quiet Meadow was my favorite splatter stamp. And that, of course, has gone. I've got a couple of others. Let me see. The Flowers of Beauty doesn't have a splatter in it. That's really nice, but it doesn't have a splatter in it. All right, I'm going to put it aside, and I'm going to do something else with it now. I'm going to do something else with something else completely, and that was when I started to say before, this was the second set I wanted to play with tonight. So really, I'm just playing with papers, and this is the Thoughtful Journey set. It has gorgeous colors in it once again, absolutely beautiful. And there are 4 of each design, same again. And the one, like this kind of scenes and so forth on one side, and they're more abstract on the reverse, okay? But they're all lovely, right? Now we can make a very, very quick and easy card with this. If I turn this over so you can see the backs. Has anyone got these? Aren't they beautiful? Just gorgeous. I think the DSP, I agree with what you said before, Cherie. I think the DSP is absolutely stunning in this catalogue. I mean, look at the colours in these. Aren't they beautiful? Super, super, super nice. So now we have the challenge. We have to pick one, because I'm going to use it with my In the Grove dies. And I took the liberty of cutting the In the Grove die earlier, so just to save time. And I think that's turned out to be a very good idea given how long it took me to do the last card. Okay, so In the Grove has these fabulous dies. Actually, let me grab the whole set. Let me see. In the Grove, here they are. So this one here is actually this die, and it's cutting a window, and you see you get these lovely trees in the foreground here. So then that means you can put something behind it like this, and all of a sudden you've got a card ready to go. All right, so you could, if you want to, there's other things that you can put behind, like the mountains, and there's a beautiful row of pine trees here. You've got like a little, I'm not sure, I think it's a fox. Let me quickly grab the stamp set for you. This one here, to me, it looks like a fox, or maybe it's an Arctic fox. I'm not sure. Does anyone know for certainty what this is? I thought it was a cat for a minute, but then its tail is too bushy, so I'm thinking fox. But there's also, in the set, there's also a little squirrel, and there's also a little rabbit here. And these trees here cut out with these particular, so you could have those in front of the grove if you wanted to, or behind, either way. So we're just going to make really, really simple, and we've got to pick. You think it's a fox? I think so too. Oh, you think it's a wolf, Cherie? Yeah, interesting. I am not sure. That's why I asked the question. They'll never go away. I will never go away from completely background techniques. You know me, I love my backgrounds, so I will keep doing them. The tail is, yeah, that's what makes me think it's a fox as well, because of the tail. But yes, that's why I was thinking maybe an Arctic fox, because they're quite big. I don't know if you've seen those. They're bigger than a regular fox. So I'll let Judy and Cherie argue about that in the comments if you like. I know you won't really argue. But what we need to do is we need to pick a scene. So this one is really nice. I've used this one before. I did this one on a card a few weeks ago, and that would be lovely right there. I like that you can sort of see the trees at either side, and then something going up here in the sky. That's super nice. And this is going to be probably the world's easiest card, because it's super nice. This one is nice, but we'd have to have that right up near the top to get the benefit of this. But I don't like it as much as this one's still my favorite. Let's see. This is nice with some pine trees in the background there. But I still like this one. I think that's the one, guys. I think it's going to have to be that one. There's all the papers are beautiful, and you really could use any of them, but I'm just going to go with that one there on top. And the colors in this, you know, you got your blues and you got your purples, so you know, of course, that works really well. So this is just a standard size card front, so 10 centimeters tall by 14.3 long. So what I want to do here, I want to decide where do I want my scene to go. So I'm thinking I want it so just a little bit of the purple, the water is showing, and more of the sky. So I'm going to take about just over a centimeter, or maybe close to half an inch off the bottom. And I'm now going to, so I said it was 10 centimeters. So instead of 10 centimeters, I'm going to make this probably about 9.5. So this is a little bit, you can see it's a little bit less than this piece. Can you see that? I've got a little bit here and a little bit here. So that's going to work. And then I've just got to work out, do I want the trees showing more, or do I want, I think I want it down this end here. So I want it, this is 14.3 long, so I'm going to make it 13.8. So it's half a centimeter, or roughly 1/4 of an inch smaller on each side. All right, so this is going to go like so. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull in a basic, oh, that one's no good. Let me grab another one. I did pull out a couple before I started. Here's one here. A basic white thick card base, but you could actually, do you know what? I'm not going to go with basic white. I'm going to go with a color from here. What about Misty Moonlight? Do we think Misty Moonlight would work? I think it might. Let me grab my Misty Moonlight cardstock. And I've got a card base here ready to go. All right. So just double checking that this is the right measurement, because I want it to be 15. Yeah, it's a little bit wide. So 14.8 roughly by 21 across. Making sure that that is actually the right measurement. Yes, it is correct. Oh, look what I just did. Oh my goodness, you guys. Seriously, it's not my night. It is not my evening tonight. I'm going to start that again. I somehow managed to cut it when I was putting my trimmer away. I managed to cut it. I tell you what, on Friday night, I felt like that was a really good video. I felt like, oh, I nailed it tonight. And tonight I feel like I'm a hot mess. So if you want to see something a little bit more professional, go back and watch Friday nights. Maybe this one is not a good example for me to share with the world. I don't know. All right, so the way I like to do this is I'm actually going to center this piece in the middle of my card base. All right, so I've used Misty Moonlight because I think it blends in really nicely with these colors, and I'm going to stick this right here. It just goes to prove that nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes and we all mess it up sometimes, right? So on those days where you feel like you've made a mess, don't worry. It'll all be okay. It's just, it is what it is. All right, so, and I always finish up here and my husband will say to me, how'd it go tonight? And tonight I'm going to say, well, not so fabulous. We're all human. I know, right? All right, so now this piece is going to go over the top and I'm going to center it. And you can see that's going to cover up the edges of my piece underneath. And already we've almost got a card finished. Now, we could stick this down flat or you could position it on dimensionals. And just because I love dimensionals, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put one in each corner. Just a little bit in from the corner so you can't see it poking out, but it's still going to do the job. And that will create what this does if you are able to use dimensionals. And I'm going to use mini dimensionals at the top and the bottom. The reason I'm suggesting you use dimensionals is because it will create a tiny, tiny little bit of shadow between your picture at the back and your Grove die on top. And that little bit of shadow and bit of dimension actually makes the whole thing sort of come alive. And you'll notice that it makes a big difference to how your card looks. So if you are able to do that, you can stick it down flat if you don't want to do dimensionals, but now I hope you can see what I mean. There's a little bit of shadow there, which just, it's a bit hard to see, but I can see it looking at an angle. You can see there's a little bit of dimension there. It just improves the way this looks like a window on the scene. So you've had a lovely night. Oh, good. Oh my goodness. You haven't made a card since on stage, Megan. Oh, you feeling all right? It is what it is, right? I had these great ideas, but anyway. Now, something else I did before tonight was I actually got out some banners because I thought, well, you know, I can put a banner here. Now, we could just do a banner. What would look really nice, to be honest, is if I was to cut one from Misty Moonlight cardstock and white emboss on it. That would look really good. I do not have the Thoughtful Journey stamps at this stage. I have not got those ones yet. But I'm just having a little look here at my bits and pieces in my stamp stuff to see whether I have any good small words that would work really, really well for this card. I've got stamp sets here I haven't even shown you guys yet, so that's something I'll need to. I've got some lovely, lovely sentiments, but I'm just looking for one that is going to work really well on this card. I mean, I think this is a card you could give anybody. You could give this to a guy, and then you want to have something on it that was appropriate for a guy. If it's a happy birthday, then you probably just stick with a simple happy birthday, right? I've got a dear friend here in my Spotlight and Nature set, which would go nicely on here. That would look lovely. Maybe I will do that for this particular card. But, you know, we would, if we wanted to, we could emboss it with white, and that would look lovely. There's also a thanks here as well, and that also will fit nicely on that little banner. All right, so I'm going to pop this on my block here, and I'm going to use, instead of Misty Moonlight, I'm going to go up a little bit darker to Night of Navy. When I'm doing a greeting, I quite often go one shade darker because I want my greeting to stand out, right? So you don't have to do that, but that's just a little tip. That's something I do. And I've stood up to do this because I'm wanting to get over it and make sure I line it up properly. Dear friend. And then we're going to pop that here. Now, I'm once again going to use dimensionals on this. I think that makes sense. I'm deciding, I think I'll just use normal ones. You can go large or small dimensionals for this. And I feel like it needs some bling. And possibly, what do we think about the possibility of some linen thread? Possibly. Making sure that's straight. Like so. It's pretty, isn't it? Even though it's so simple, right? Uh-oh, what happened, Megan? I'm seeing people say something not nice, and I'm so sorry, whatever it was. Oh, you got bitten by a dog. Oh, that's not good. I'm so sorry to hear that. I didn't know that. It's nothing. I've been very fortunate. I got bitten by a dog this week too, actually myself, but nothing nasty like that. Just a tiny thing, and it was a friend's dog, and I felt really bad for her because it was something very unexpected, and she felt terrible, and I would feel terrible if that happened as well. So I'm actually going to use some. Ooh, which one will we go with? Will we go with? We've got some choices here. There's these kind of blue pearls, but they're a little big, I feel. I've also got some silver here. These little silver in the metallic gems. Those would look nice. And don't all answer yet. These are new. These are called Basic Grey and Smoky Slate Pearls. And those are really lovely. So we've got a whole bunch of options when it comes to bling. We've also got those little ones I showed you before that match in with the Friends for Life set. So these ones, those. So those would also look nice. So we've got some good options. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Megan. That's no good. The little fox hiding behind the tree would look good. Yes. Oh, yeah, you would be nervous of dogs, Leslie. I'm sorry about that. And German Shepherds don't muck around. I was lucky the dog that bit me is missing half its teeth. And I'm very fortunate. Put a greeting inside. Yes, we should. What greeting shall we put in? That's the thing. The In the Grove set doesn't have any words, so this one is without words at all. But we have quite a few that... Well, how about we use the Full of Life? There's a lovely thinking of you that we've got dear friend on the outside and then thinking of you on the inside. I think that would be nice. What do you think? See, and it's a nice one. So let me just pop that there for a second and let me grab a C block. And I'm going to do this as well with the navy ink again. And because I would probably, because we're on Misty Moonlight cardstock, I would probably want to put in a basic white insert. Oh, that's not basic white. This is, let me see if I can find one that's basic white thick, but I don't want thick. I want normal paper. All right, all these ones are thick. Let me quickly grab some basic white. Normal. Here we go. And we're going to go 14.3 because this is our insert size. 14.3 by 10. And let's pop that inside here. Just some Tombow all the way around, or whatever glue you like to use. It's always your choice. Some people like seal. Some people like tape. Everyone's got a preference. I have been going through a Tombow stage now for quite some time, and I don't think I'm going to get over it. I really do like it. All right, so let's do this thinking of you. Oh, Glenda, that would give you a fright too. Yeah, I remember being chased. It's hilarious now, really, but it's not. It wasn't at the time. I was when I was with the Girl Guides years and years ago, and we were delivering, I think, Girl Guide cookies, you know, going around to people's homes, and this woman's little terrier chased myself and the other girl that I was with, chased us. Which one will we go with? I'm thinking maybe we just go with the silver bling. Did anyone end up saying? Because I missed all the comments if you did say anything. Thinking of you is perfect. Good. I'm glad. Grey or birds? Grey. All right. So these grey ones then. Yeah, this terrier chased myself and my Girl Guide friend in our Girl Guide uniforms. And we never ran so fast. I tell you what. All right. So I'm thinking... I'm thinking just a little one, maybe. There we go, just like that. And I'm going to, I mean, the other thing I could do is to, like a linen thread, a ribbon, or a bit of, sorry, just tie a bow and put it there. But I'm actually thinking I might just leave it because it's quite a beautiful card, even without anything else. What do you think? Do we agree? Grey and silver. We kind of ended up, well, these are new. They are called Basic Grey and Smoky Slate Pearls. And you can see your Smoky Slate ones are the lighter ones there, and the Basic Grey are the darker ones. They're both beautiful. I really, really like them. I think they're very effective. It's pretty as it is. Yeah, it doesn't need a bow. I agree. All right, so we're going to call that done. So this one I'm going to have a play around with. I'm thinking I need to splatter and do some other bits and pieces. So I'm not completely happy with this. So I'm going to pop that there to pop the edge of that over the blob that I'm not happy with. And I'm going to put them like this and say, we've got two beautiful cards that we're finished with tonight. Thank you for your patience with me tonight, girls. I'm so sorry. I've been all over the place. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. Some nights go smooth and some nights not so much. And I guess I just want to say thank you for sticking with me no matter which kind of night it is. Friday night was good. And tonight is just, you know, a bit crazy. But that's okay. All right. So we got to play with our Friends for Life set. We got to play with our In the Grove dies and our Thoughtful Journey paper, and I actually really, it was still a fun session, so I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I'll be back on Tuesday afternoon, but remember this Tuesday, instead of 2 o'clock on Tuesday, it will be 3 o'clock because I do have something on earlier in the day, so I have to move it. But oh, thank you, Janine. we do all have times like that, I know, and I don't know why, but some nights just seem to flow more easily than others, but that's okay. And it was really lovely to see everyone in the chat. Thanks for being with us, everyone. Thank you so much, girls. Oh, that's okay. Oh, my goodness. That's a traumatic thing that you went through with your neighbour's dog. Goodness me, Donna. Wow. Yeah, lots of new people. I know. That's exciting, isn't it? That's really cool. Well, I hope if you're new here, I hope you'll come back again and join us. We have the most, if I do say so myself, the most lovely group of girls who come here and chat to each other every Friday night and Sunday night. I hope that you had a really nice night, even with all my shortcomings, and that you will come back again. Have a fantastic week ahead, guys. If you're working, I hope your job goes smooth. And if you're at home, I hope you find maybe some time to look after yourself and maybe even do some craft. Have a fantastic week, everyone. Don't forget, I'm going to switch back to me for a second. Don't forget, if you have any questions at all before the kit special ends on, is it Thursday or Friday is the last day? Let me quickly check that because I'm not even sure myself. Friday is the last day. So if anyone has any last minute questions about that, please do come back to me and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.